2022 is here, and with a new year comes new roller coasters coming to North America. And boy, is this going to be a great year for adrenaline junkies from coast to coast. Join us as we count down the top 10 roller coasters coming to North America in 2022. Hey everyone, this is Khalil from Destination Thrills, and Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday week. I know I certainly did. Now, as we transition into the heart of winter and the beginning of a new year, it usually means the beginning of the theme park off-season, especially for us in North America. This is about the time I usually start looking ahead to what is to come, and 2022 seems to be a great year in terms of new attractions. We have delayed projects from all the way back in 2020 that may finally see their first public riders. We also have brand new attractions that were announced in 2021 that are currently under construction. With so much going on, I decided to give you my pick for the top 10 coasters coming in 2022. So without further ado, let's jump right into the countdown. Starting at number 10, we have a tie with Emperor, a dive coaster from BOLLIGER and MABILLARD, also known as B&M, coming to SeaWorld San Diego, and another B&M dive coaster, Dr. Diabolical'S Cliffhanger, coming to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. While both coasters have unique layouts and different statistics, I expect both to have similar ride experiences. Dive coasters are usually really fun thrill machines that give that extra layer of fear factor with that long pause they take before the first drop. Now, for coaster junkies, this pause may not add much for you, but for those afraid to ride roller coasters, this hold before the drop feels like an eternity as you stare down the vertical plunge. I also find that drops on these dive machines tend to be really good and typically are the highlight of the layout. What will be interesting to see is how good the rest of the layout will perform for these two rides. Now, like I mentioned, these two dive coasters do have unique layouts. Emperor will have a 143-foot drop at a 90-degree angle and will feature 3 inversions. Dr. Diabolical'S Cliffhanger will have a beyond vertical 95-degree drop and will feature 2 inversions. Again, just from looking at the stats and layouts, it's hard to say which one is going to be better, so I think it's fair to have them tie at number 10. On to number 9, we have Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando. Built by Premier Rides, this multi-launch steel coaster has appeared on this countdown for the last 2 years, but due to COVID, has been pushed back for multiple seasons. But finally, there has been a date set in stone for opening, and that will be February of 2022, so coming up very soon. I actually got to see the finished project last summer when I visited SeaWorld Orlando. The ride definitely looks to provide a thrill, and if it has the same level of aggression as Tigress at Busch Gardens Tampa, I think this will be a sleeper hit this year. What really draws me to this coaster is the multiple launches. Launches, when done right, can add so much to a thrill coaster. Even if the layout looks short or basic, a good launch can really take a coaster to the next level. And that is going to be the deciding factor, I believe, for how well Icebreaker will be received by the public when it debuts this year. Either way, with the airtime hills and sudden turns, I'm sure this will be a solid addition for the SeaWorld lineup. Next up is our number 8 coaster, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, opening at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This will be a RMC Raptor model coaster that will practically be a clone of Jersey Devil Coaster, except there is one little wave turnish element at the end. This element adds about 300 feet of extra track to Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, which will make it the longest single-row coaster. And with 1 foot of extra height, it will also be the tallest single-row coaster in the world. The ride will also have 3 inversions, including RMC's famous zero-G stall element and several airtime moments. Now, I got a chance to ride Jersey Devil Coaster last summer, and I thought it was a fun all-around ride. What the Raptor coaster does is take what normally is an extreme, intense RMC coaster layout and kind of tones it down a bit to make sure it's enjoyable for all people. The restraints are very comfortable as well and can accommodate riders of all sizes, which is an improvement from the trains that are found on their iBox and wooden coasters. Now, because I and a lot of those who follow this channel prefer high-intensity rides, I will be keeping Wonder Woman Flight of Courage down at number 8. Jumping to number 7, we have Palindrome coming to Codaland in Austin, Texas. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing of Codaland, you are not alone. When I was choosing a park that the Mystery Gerstlauer project was going to in the US, Codaland was certainly not on my radar, but in 2022, many coaster enthusiasts will be seeking out this park to get a ride on Palindrome, a Gerstlauer Infinity shuttle coaster. Palindrome will have a height of 95 feet and a top speed of 51 miles per hour, and to say that the layout is wacky would be an understatement. With elements like the flipped wave turn and the vertical hop stall, there is a lot of creativity that that has been added to this coaster that will make it much different than the rest on this list. Now, the craziest part is the ride starts out like a traditional chain lift coaster, but then you hit this vertical hop stall toward the end, and then you do the whole layout backwards all the way until you get to the bottom of the first drop. Once the coaster then comes to a stop, a turntable turns the track towards the station and takes you to where you will exit. The US has not seen a thrill machine quite like Palindrome, and I think Codaland should be on your radar for parks to visit in 2022. I know I am going to try my best to get out there as well. All right, moving on to number 6, we have a brand new coaster coming to a brand new theme park opening this year, and that is Hot Wheels at Mattel Adventure Park in Glendale, Arizona. First of all, the concept is so perfect. I don't know about you, but I always used to use my Hot Wheels tracks when I was little to make roller coasters, and I always thought a Hot Wheels themed coaster would be such a great theme. Well, in 2022, that will be a reality. And to add to it, this won't just be any coaster. Hot Wheels will be a Hyper GTX model from Chance Rides. Now, if you don't know, the only operating Hyper GTX model in the country is Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom, a coaster that has made it on a lot of enthusiasts' top 25. And one thing we have always asked on this channel is, when can we get more of these? Well, it looks like we won't have to wait any longer. What's great is we will also see a completely new custom layout that will feature 3 inversions. Now, whether Hot Wheels will deliver the same exciting experience as Lightning Run remains to be seen, but from the few photos that we've been able to see, there are definitely some promising elements, and that is why I have Hot Wheels at number 6. Let's go to number 5, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind coming to Disney World Epcot. Not too many details have been released about the layout of this family coaster. However, we do know that this coaster will be manufactured by VEKOMA. The coaster cars will also have some sort of controlled spin to them, and it will be one of the longest indoor coasters in the world. With Disney funding the project, there is no doubt this will go above and beyond expectations that I would have for any other theme park if they were building it. We will likely see crazy animatronics and special effects. I'm also sure this coaster will be a hit among the general public, but from an adrenaline seeker standpoint, I don't know if the ride is going to offer that much in the way of forces or airtime to really contend with the others on this list, and that's kind of why I put Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at number 5. Once we start to get to know more about this coaster, it could fluctuate in my rankings. Moving on to number 4, we have Tron Lightcycle Run at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. This VEKOMA enclosed coaster will feature a unique style ride. We expect this VEKOMA enclosed coaster to be very similar to Tron Lightcycle Power Run at Shanghai Disney. Riders will be in bicycle-style seating, while in motorcycle-looking trains. Tron Lightcycle Run will be more of a family-style attraction, so no inversions or ridiculous ejector airtime moments. However, there will be launches, high-speed turns, and several dips for a thrilling experience. What has the coaster scoring high on this list is its presentation, especially at night. The trains have this beautiful, vivid glow to them that just absolutely looks stunning. It almost feels like you're in this virtual world. On top of that, there are several projector screens and props throughout the ride to really place you in the setting where you don't feel like you're on planet Earth. From the pictures that I have seen, the theming looks to be next level, and I expect the same for Tron Lightcycle Run at Disney's Magic Kingdom. And that is why Tron Lightcycle Run is at number 4. Now we have made it to number 3, and this might be a shock for some of you, but it is Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa, a record-breaking RMC hybrid coaster. The ride will have a height of 206 feet, a top speed of 76 miles per hour, and 2 inversions. There will also be 12 moments of airtime thrown in there as well, which is what RMC is known for. Many people think this coaster will rival Steel Vengeance and RMC iBox coaster at Cedar Point, which is widely considered as one of the best coasters in the world. However, I have had the chance to see this coaster in person last summer. Although it looks to have top 25 potential, I still don't think it is Steel Vengeance level. Now, I do see this as providing a more unique style of ride, with more focus on these twists and inversions more than just the straight airtime hills. Personally, that is what has got me excited about Iron Gwazi. Now, another reason I feel like this ride might not be ranked as high as before is that this coaster has been pushed back year after year, and I don't know about you, but for me, the hype has kind of begun to wear off with this ride. I mean, I've been talking about this coaster since 2019, and so I feel like we've been waiting and waiting and waiting forever for Iron Gwazi, and I feel like the longer we have waited, the less that special hype has kind of stuck around, and it's kind of like, okay, can we just open the coaster already? Now, even though I'm saying that, number 3 is still a very high ranking on this countdown, and I know once I get in line for that ride, all that hype and energy will come back again. Next is our number 2, and that is Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This intimate multi-launch coaster seems to feature it all. High-speed turns, wicked inversions, fast launches, steep drops, and crazy airtime. It will have a height of 178 feet, a top speed of 73 miles per hour, and a track length of 3,328 feet. Now, this is another coaster that was delayed by SeaWorld Entertainment that is making this list. However, this one has not lost any hype for me. In fact, after going down to Universal Studios Orlando and riding Velocicoaster, another intimate multi-launch coaster, and absolutely loving it, I am now more pumped for Pantheon. Personally, after examining the layouts, I actually believe Pantheon might offer a bit more than Velocicoaster. The part I'm really looking forward to on this ride is the forwards and backwards launch section in the middle of the layout. You just don't find that on many coasters out here in the US. Because this coaster has so many different aspects to it, I find it hard not to see it as a coaster enthusiast's ideal ride. So that is why I have Pantheon at number 2. Finally, we have our number 1, Aireforce One at Fun Spot Atlanta. Probably one of the biggest surprises coming out of 2021 was that Fun Spot Atlanta was building a ground-up hybrid RMC coaster. And not just any hybrid coaster, but I believe the layout will make it one of the top RMCs in the country. If you are a fan of coasters like Lightning Rod, Steel Vengeance, Twisted Colossus, then this will be the coaster for you. Featuring a near vertical drop, 4 inversions, and a quad down airtime hill, this coaster looks to patch together some of the best RMC elements into one ride. Aireforce One will have a height of 155 feet, a top speed of 64 miles per hour, and a track length of 3,400 feet. Although its stats won't rival Fury 325 or a Iron Gwazi, I believe that the short nature is why this coaster will shine. For example, rides like Storm Chaser, Maverick, and Outlaw Run rank up with other coasters like Steel Vengeance and Orion. And that's because these smaller RMCs tend to have sudden, unexpected moments in them that keep your brain lost on what is actually happening. It is this lost out of control sensation that really kicks in the adrenaline rush we are all craving. I think if Aireforce One can perform each element with aggression, this will be one of the best coasters in the world. And because of that potential, I believe it is the number 1 roller coaster coming to North America in 2022. Now that we've seen my picks for the top 10 coasters coming to North America next year, I want to hear from you. Comment below which coasters you are most excited to see debut in 2022. Now, if you like these countdown videos, I have plenty more for you to watch on my channel. I will be leaving the countdown playlist in the description below, along with my personal favorite coasters countdown in the card above. I also have plenty new countdown videos coming soon, including the 10 best coasters in Pennsylvania. So hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on when that video drops. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Cullah Hale from Destination Thrills. Stay safe and have an amazing 2022.